Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Simple English Space. I'm Anna, and today we're going to talk about something super exciting: sports. Almost everyone has a sport they love, whether it's playing or just watching. Sports are not only fun, but they also help us stay healthy, strong, and happy. So here's a quick question for you, our listeners. What's your favorite sport? Think about it while listening, and maybe you'll learn some new words and sentences to help you talk about it in English.
Exactly. Hi, everyone. I'm Liam. Sports are a big part of life all over the world. People gather to play, to cheer, and to enjoy the energy. And talking about your favorite sport in English is a great way to connect with others. Today, Anna and I will guide you through simple words, phrases, and conversations so that you can easily share your favorite sport. By the end of this podcast, you'll be able to confidently say what sport you like, why you like it, and even ask others about their sports preferences.
That's right. And don't worry, we'll keep it simple and fun. We'll practice together, we'll give you some examples, and we'll even act out conversations that you can copy. So, Liam, let's start with a very basic question. What's your favorite sport?
My favorite sport is basketball. I love basketball because it is fast, exciting, and you play with the team. I enjoy the feeling of teamwork, passing the ball and scoring. Plus, it's great exercise. What about you, Anna?
For me, I love swimming. I feel free in the water and it helps me relax. Swimming is not only healthy for the body, but also for the mind. It clears my head. And of course, it's fun during summer when the weather is hot.
Great choices. Basketball and swimming are very different, but that's what makes talking about sports interesting. Everyone has their own reason for loving a sport.
Exactly. And dear listeners, notice how simple it is to answer the question, what's your favorite sport? You just say, my favorite sport is, and then add a reason like because it's fun or because I feel strong. You can use easy words and it still sounds great.
Let's practice together. Repeat after me. My favorite sport is football because it's exciting.
Nice. Or my favorite sport is tennis because it helps me stay active.
You can change the sport and reason as you like. For example, my favorite sport is badminton because it's fun to play with friends.
Perfect. Now, to help you more, let's listen to a short conversation between two friends. This will give you a real-life example of how to talk about sports in English.
Hey, Sarah, what's your favorite sport?
Hmm, I think my favorite sport is football.
Football? Oh, do you mean soccer?
Yes, soccer. I love watching it and sometimes playing with my friends.
That's cool. Who do you play with?
Mostly with my cousins on weekends. It's really fun. What about you? What's your favorite sport?
I like basketball. I play at school with my classmates.
Oh, nice. Why do you like basketball?
Because it's fast and I enjoy teamwork. Passing, shooting, and scoring make me feel great.
That sounds fun. Maybe one day we can play together.
Yes, that would be awesome.
Did you hear how simple that was? They used easy questions and answers. What's your favorite sport? And why do you like it? This is a great model for you to follow.
Exactly. And you can practice with anyone, your classmate, your teacher, or even a new friend you meet online. Just asking about favorite sports is a friendly way to start a conversation.
Yes, and you don't always have to play a sport to talk about it. You can also say what sport you like to watch. For example, I like to watch tennis on TV.
That's right. Let's give our listeners more examples.
Sure, I like to watch basketball games because they are exciting.
I like to watch swimming competitions because they are relaxing and beautiful.
See, it's not difficult. You just choose a sport, add, I like to watch, and then give a reason.
And remember, if someone asks you, what sport do you like? You can answer with, I like football. Or if they ask, what's your favorite sport? You say, my favorite sport is football. Both are correct.
Good point. Now, let's listen to another conversation, this time between two students talking about their favorite sports. Hi, Mark. What sport do you like?
I like tennis. It's my favorite sport.
Oh, really? Do you play often?
Yes, I play tennis twice a week with my coach
That's great. Why do you like tennis?
because it helps me stay healthy and I like the feeling when I hit the ball.
Nice. I've tried tennis before, but I'm not very good.
That's okay. You can practice more. What about you? Do you have a favorite sport?
Yes, I love volleyball. I usually play with my classmates after school.
Volleyball is fun too. Maybe one day you can teach me.
Sure. And you can teach me tennis.
That was a great example. Notice how Emma and Mark ask questions like, do you play often? Or why do you like it? These are useful when you want to make the conversation longer.
Absolutely. If you just answer, my favorite sport is tennis, and stop, the conversation will end quickly. But if you add reasons and ask questions back, it keeps going.
And that's how you build real friendships with sports or with any topic.
Exactly. Now, let's try one more conversation. This time, it will be about watching sports.
Hey Mia, do you like sports?
Yes, I do. I really like watching football on TV.
Oh, nice. Who's your favorite team?
My favorite team is Barcelona. They are amazing.
That's great. I also like football, but I prefer watching basketball
Really? Why basketball?
because it's so fast and exciting. Every second something happens.
That's true. I watched one game before and it was fun.
Maybe we can watch a match together one day.
Yes, I'd like that. It will be fun to cheer together.
Exactly. Watching sports with friends is always better.
Wonderful. So now you've heard 3 different conversations: playing sports, asking at school, and talking about watching sports.
Yes, and they all use simple English. This shows you don't need difficult words to express your ideas.
And to our listeners, practice these conversations. Say them out loud. Change the sport to your real favorite sport. The more you practice, the more natural it will feel.
Great advice, Anna. And remember, sports vocabulary is not only about names like basketball, football, or tennis. You also learn useful verbs like play, watch, run, jump, swim, and more.
Exactly. And those verbs can be used in many situations, not just in sports. You know, Liam, one thing I've noticed is that sports bring people together. Even if someone doesn't play, they can still enjoy watching, cheering, or just talking about it. For example, during the World Cup or the Olympics, people from different countries all talk about the same games. It's a shared experience.
That's true, Anna. I remember during the last Olympics, even people who never usually watch sports were talking about gymnastics, swimming, or even fencing. It shows that sports can cross languages, cultures, and even different interests.
Exactly. And that's why, in English, sports vocabulary is really useful. If you meet new friends from another country, asking about their favorite sport is a simple way to start a conversation. It's easy and friendly.
Yes, it's like a universal language. I remember meeting a new student at my school who was from another country. We didn't know each other well, but I asked, "Do you like football?" He smiled, and suddenly we started talking about our favorite players. It broke the ice quickly.
That's a great example. Sports can be the bridge to build new friendships. And speaking of that, have you ever noticed how different sports also teach life lessons?
Oh, for sure. Football teaches teamwork. Running teaches discipline and consistency. Martial arts teach respect. Even simple games like badminton teach strategy and patience.
Well said. Sports aren't just about moving your body, they can help your mind, your heart, and even your social skills.
And here's another interesting thing. Different countries have different most popular sports. In the US, it's basketball and baseball. In many Asian countries, badminton and table tennis are very popular. In Latin America, football is like a religion.
That's a really fun fact. It means when you travel or meet someone from another place, you can ask, what sport do people like in your country? That's not only good English practice, but also a cultural question that shows respect and interest.
Yes, and it makes people feel happy to share. So, listeners, maybe next time you meet someone new, try asking, "What sport do you like?" or "Do you play any sport?" It's a great way to practice English and connect with others.
Hi, Tom. Do you like sports?
Yes, I do. I really enjoy badminton and running. How about you?
Oh, that's cool. I like badminton too, but I'm not very fast at it. Do you play often?
Yes, I play badminton twice a week with my friends. It's fun and it also keeps me active.
That sounds great. And what about running? Do you run every day?
Not every day, but I try to run 3 times a week. It helps me stay healthy and I also feel more energetic after running.
Wow, that's inspiring. Maybe I should try running too.
Yes, you should. We can even run together one day.
That would be fun. Thanks, Tom. Well, listeners, we've had such a fun time today talking about sports. from football, basketball, badminton, running, and many more. We can see how sports are not just games. They are a way to stay healthy, to feel happy, and to connect with others.
That's right. And remember, when you practice your English, you don't always need a textbook. You can simply talk about everyday topics like sports. Ask a friend, what sport do you like? Or do you play any sport? And you've already started a conversation.
Yes, and the beautiful thing is that sports vocabulary is simple but powerful. Words like run, play, ball, team, match, and game are easy to learn and use. But when you use them in real conversations, you build confidence.
And more than that, sports can inspire us to live better lives. They teach us to try again after we fall, to support our friends, and to celebrate small victories.
So, dear listeners, we encourage you today. Think about your favorite sport and then share it in English with someone else. Maybe write it down, maybe say it to a friend, or maybe even post it online. Every small step is progress.
Exactly. And always remember, learning English is like playing a sport. The more you practice, the better you get.
Thank you so much for joining us. We can't wait to meet you again in the next episode of Simple English Space.
Until then, keep practicing, keep moving, and keep smiling.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss other videos. Goodbye, everyone.